The hidden truth behind Raul Sanllehi leaving Arsenal. Lads, I don't know what to say. As the so-called Don of Arsenal, the Arsenal sporting director, Mr. Different Knock FC himself, Raul Sanllehi, was let go of by Arsenal Football Club. And I can't lie, it was a bit of an RKO out of nowhere. Of course, with Raul Sanllehi having such massive control over Arsenal, a lot of fans don't know what's gonna happen now. Why exactly was Raul Sanllehi let go of? How will this affect transfers? And most importantly, how does this affect the future of Arsenal Football Club? So with that being said, guys, welcome back to your boy's channel, and today your boy is gonna turn into a prime detective as we find the hidden truth of Raul Sanllehi leaving Arsenal Football Club. The Don is gone. Yo, what is going on, guys? My name is Babs14 and welcome back to my channel. But with that being said, guys, before we get into the video, so I'm sure to go down there, like the video and also do subscribe to the channel if you're new. As always, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. This is a massive step for Arsenal Football Club, so what do you think is going to happen now? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Follow all my social media and subscribe to The Offsiders. The links are in the description below as well. But with that being said, guys, let's get into this and let's discuss a bit of Raul Sanllehi. A year ago, a Don, a year later, he is gone. Let's find out the hidden truth. Right, the first thing I want to discuss is the Nicolas Pepe deal, because apparently Arsenal have been investigating. In terms of Raul getting let go himself, the day before there were some reports coming out that people thought fake at the time, and those reports were claiming that Arsenal were investigating in terms of the transfer of Nicolas Pepe and whether they overpaid for the player. Now that isn't a shot at Nicolas Pepe the player. I still believe the money, yes, it might be a bit over the top, but it will come out this season. But lads, Arsenal have found out a few more dodgy details, because what the Cronkies have done here is they have sent a lawyer named Tim Lewis, and he has become a part of the Arsenal board. And what his job is simply is to report to the Cronkies and tell them what exactly is happening at Arsenal and investigate the dodgy dealings. And so after he held a meeting with Raul Sanllehi, in the meeting itself it was discovered this £72 million that was paid for Pepe didn't all go towards the transfer, with massive agent fees being nothing new, but also some reports claiming some money went into the pocket of Raul Sanllehi himself. And so when Arsenal heard that news, they weren't here for that. They said, bro, it is time to go. Now lads, as much as I would like to admit right now, these are just reports and just conspiracies, but make no mistake, Raul does have a history of dodgy dealings. I mean, let's go back to his previous role at Barcelona. He of course played a massive part in the Neymar deal, which saw him come from the Brazilian side to Barcelona. And let's just say in terms of that deal itself, there was a lot of money distributed in very wrong directions. We're talking money for Neymar's father, money towards Raul Sanllehi, money for agents, and overall massively increasing the overall transfer itself. And at the end of the day, that basically pushed Raul Sanllehi out of Barcelona. And so what it seems like is Raul's dodgy dealings have followed him from Catalonia to North London. And look, make no mistake, if you're a Barcelona, yes, you can spend that money on Neymar because you're making that money back. You're on the Champions League winning titles. You're a big club. Yes, Arsenal have the fan base of a massive club, but in terms of our team right now, they've been underperforming year in, year out for the last 15 to 16 years at least. And we are nowhere near as big as a club financially as we used to be. And we can't be spending money just for the sake of it. And so of course, with Nicolas Pepe being our record signing of some over £72 million, and with that deal not working out to what it should have been, it was only right for us to investigate whether they overpaid for the deal itself. And the question now really goes, how much did we actually pay for Nicolas Pepe? Because even when we signed Pepe, it was made clear by many sources that Arsenal signed him via agents, and it was Raul Sanllehi's links with George Mendes which got the deal over the line, which essentially has made this Nicolas Pepe deal a very dodgy deal. And I think that is one of the main reasons why Arsenal decided to let go of Raul Sanllehi. And let's just say Raul has also had a few more dodgy moments at Arsenal. I mean, let's just go back to the era of Unai Emery, Mr. Good Evening. After his first season at Arsenal, yes, overall we got better in the league, so and so, but ultimately we didn't make it into the Champions League and ultimately failed in the Europa League final. But after that failure, Raul Sanllehi apparently was one of those guys who was pushing for Unai Emery to get a new contract. The question must be asked, Raul, are you good, bro? And so in terms of Raul not being let go by Arsenal Football Club, I think it is mainly down to the many dodgy decisions we have seen over the past 2 years, with ultimately the transfer of Nicolas Pepe to Arsenal being one of the main reasons why Arsenal have let go of Raul Sanllehi. So lads, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And what do you think about the reports if they are to be true? Moving on lads to Mikel Arteta. Now make no mistake, by no means am I saying Arteta has specifically pushed Sanllehi out of Arsenal. But what I do believe is Arsenal have chosen Arteta over Raul Sanllehi, because there have even been reports that have come out of the club after the FA Cup final where lots of people inside Arsenal Football Club believing that we have a generational manager in Mikel Arteta. Now of course that is a topical debate and not everyone is going to agree with that, but it's clear to see in terms of Arsenal and in terms of ranks at Arsenal, they believe in Mikel Arteta, and so does your boy, make no mistake. And so now that Raul Sanllehi is gone, that means Mikel Arteta will have control over transfers, and in terms of the way Arsenal are going to go forwards, it will be him alongside the technical director of Edu who will be in charge of these transfers. And so what I believe will be is Arteta will know who he wants, he'll identify the players, and then it's over to Edu to go out there and secure the player. Whereas under Raul Sanllehi, it was different out here. You'd have Arteta find a player that he wants, he'd then give it to Edu who would go there and scout the player, and then he'd then give it to Raul who would go out and get the player. And overall it was just a very long process. So by Arsenal getting rid of Raul Sanllehi, that has eliminated a massive step of that process, and I think what that'll do is make the process of signing players a lot quicker. And I also believe by letting go of such a man of experience, Raul Sanllehi, a guy who has all the keys and all the contacts, they are showing massive belief towards Project Mikel Arteta, and let's just say Arsenal have committed to the cause. Now make no mistake, as much as I believe in Arteta and as much as I believe in Edu as well, we don't know what's going to happen. Is it going to be the return of the David Dein and Wenger days, where Arsene Wenger would identify players and then David Dein would go out there, negotiate and sign that player, bring him to the Arsenal? Because that was when Arsenal were at their best. We'd go out there and sign players like Perez, Vieira and Henry, and the rest is beautiful history. So lads, I'm going to throw it to you guys in the comments below. Do you believe in Mikel Arteta, and do you trust man like Edu to take Arsenal forward? Because I certainly do. So lads, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Moving on lads, let's discuss the agencies, because make no mistake, Raul was a massive fan of these guys here. Let's get it straight. Raul Sanllehi himself was the man with the keys. He was the man with the contact book. He came in from Barcelona, and all the contacts of all the years that he had there, he brought them to Arsenal, and I can't lie, it helped us out for a few little deals. And that Nicolas Pepe deal was definitely one of those deals, with the influence of George Mendes playing a massive part. And so yes, there are a few positives by going through agents. You can sign some big name players, but at the same time, as we've also seen, there are two sides to every story, and there are also negatives that can come out of this. And in terms of Arsenal, Raul Sanllehi, it seemed like towards this season at least, we were heavily favouring man like COYG. David Luiz, Cedric Soares and Willian have all signed for Arsenal in the space of a year, and they are all surprise, and they are all clients of surprise, man like COYG. Now these are players that will all sign on free transfers or low amounts of money, and they're going to be on some decent wages as well. And so I think what Arsenal have done here, they've realised the way of agencies, yes, it can work in the short term, but in the long term, you are simply setting yourself up for failure. It is not sustainable. Yes, you can sign players like Coutinho, but how long are they going to last, and how much are they going to cost, and how much do you have to pay for the agents? And so I think what's happened is the higher people Arsenal have seen the transfers and the way Arsenal have been favouring certain agents, and realise this is simply not the way to run Arsenal Football Club. And also, how will this affect transfers then? Because of course Arsenal have been heavily linked with the likes of Felipe Coutinho, but that deal was heavily reliant on agents in the first place. And so now that Raul Sanllehi is gone, does that mean Arsenal will not be signing Felipe Coutinho? And then you've also had things like Arsenal and Edu, to be specific, making bids for a man like Hassan Aouar. And so with Raul Sanllehi no longer being in the club, does this now mean that Arsenal won't be going for players like Coutinho and favouring players like Hassan Aouar? Because if that is the case lads, I am here and I am all for it. And so yes, for Raul it's time to go, but also for man like COYG, it also may be time to go, mi amigo. We'll see you later. And finally lads, let's discuss the COVID implications. Because in terms of Raul, he has been talking, and in fact he has also released a statement, and in that statement he has made it clear that he's left Arsenal simply down to COVID-19. Now I can't lie, as much as I love Raul and I used to love Raul, I don't buy that for a second. Do you really think Arsenal can't afford to pay Raul Sanllehi that £1 million a year that he was on? Yes, right now we are not in the best financial situation, but at the same time we are still Arsenal Football Club and we still have money in that bank. How many other Premier League sides have you seen let go of their sporting director of football? Yes, COVID has had implications in terms of transfers and the money we have, but I do not believe for 1 second that is the reason why Arsenal have let go of Raul Sanllehi. Make no mistake, this is a massive decision for Arsenal Football Club, and they wouldn't have just made this decision off the basis of just COVID-19 itself. This must have been something that will be brewing for a while now. And lads, how many Arsenal fans have been asking for change for years and years and years? And we finally have that. So I'm not here to complain, I'm not here to give you negativity, but at the same time, I'm not here to sell you a dream. And so yes, things may not work out in the future, but as of right now, I can't lie, there is a part of me that is actually pretty excited. Because yes, I had massive love and appreciation for Don Raul Sanllehi. It is clear to see times are changing at Arsenal Football Club. We are going for a different approach, a new proactive approach. And also an approach, if things work out, can bring back the glory days to Arsenal Football Club. Because in terms of transfers now, I do expect transfers to happen a lot quicker. No more agents, no more intermediaries. It is getting straight to the point now, lads. And so in terms of Raul Sanllehi, make no mistake, I believe in terms of this whole COVID-19, Arsenal are using this as a bit of an excuse. And this is also now an end of the era for Arsenal Football Club. Because the three men that were meant to replace Arsene Wenger, Gazidis, Mislintat and Raul Sanllehi, in the space of just 2 years, they are all gone. They're not here anymore, lads. And so with Arsenal sacking their entire scouting department and getting rid of Raul Sanllehi, what is next for Arsenal Football Club? How far and how successful do you believe Arsenal Football Club can become under Arteta, Edu and man like Vinay? Lads, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. But in the case of Raul Sanllehi, from dodgy dealings to agencies, from Project Arteta, a year ago he was a don, and a year later he is gone. Life comes at you fast, especially when you're an Arsenal fan. But with that being said, guys, I am going to end the video right there. Of course, as always, if you have enjoyed the video so much, you should have gone on there and like the video, and also do subscribe to the channel if you're new. We are closing into 20,000 subscribers, so if you could subscribe, be massively appreciated. As always, let me know your thoughts in the comments below on Raul Sanllehi, and what are your thoughts on his departure, and where do you think Arsenal will go from here? Follow all my social media and subscribe to the Offsiders. The links are also in the description below. But with that being said, guys, we're gonna end it there and there. And so there you go, lads. Raul Sanllehi has now officially left Arsenal Football Club. He is no longer here. The Don is gone. And yeah, what else can I say? But this is a new era for Arsenal. Yes, there'll be a few fans who are negative, but I'm here to be honest with you guys, and I am quietly optimistic. But lads, I will see you next time. I'm Raul Sanllehi in a bit.